good evening to all pro wrestling fans of all shapes and sizes from all around the world. Welcome to another Pro Wrestling Talk video brought to you by Blitzball Champ Gaming here on the U to the Tube. I'm your host, Blitzball Champ Jason Ingram. It is doubleheader review time once again. As for this video, I will be reviewing All Together in Sapporo from the United Japan Pro Wrestling Organization. And then, or the United Japan Pro Wrestling Organization. All Together in Sapporo. And then I'm going to switch gears to Pro Wrestling Noah for Noah Grand Ship 2024 in Yokohama. So, two very big shows took place in Japan. We're going to dive right into both shows, and we're going to review them. It's going to be great. It's going to be awesome. So, we are going to get started. Pardon me. We're going to get started with All Together in Sapporo. All Together in Sapporo took place this past June 15th. And this was at the Hokkaido Prefectural Sports Gymnasium in Sapporo, Japan. And we had a decent number of representation for the show from All Japan Pro Wrestling, New Japan Pro Wrestling, Pro Wrestling Noah, DDT Pro Wrestling, World Wonder Ring Stardom, and even Big Japan Pro Wrestling. So definitely a lot of good representation at the show. So, let me go ahead and let me get my graphics out and we will jump right in. Alrighty, got my graphics. Let's get started. First match. Alrighty. First match, we had ourselves a tag team match. We had the team of Toru Yano and Tomoaki Honma taking on the team of Tomoya and Andreza Giant Panda. So they decided to start off with a rather goofy match, which was pretty decent. It wasn't a long match at all, but all four competitors got a chance to do a little something. Even Andreza's Giant Panda got to get into the ring and do a little bit of damage, and just when we thought that he was down for the count, he just rises back up, just floats right back up like it's nothing. But like I said, it was a comedy match. What didn't last long, it was like maybe a 6-minute match, maybe 6.5 minutes, but it wasn't a long match. It really wasn't a long match. But Toru Yano got the pin on Tomoya. He hit him with a low blow and then rolled him up with a schoolboy for the 1-2-3. So Toru Yano, Tomoaki Honma pick up the victory in the opening match. And even Tomoya was a good sport about it, even shaking the hands of Toru Yano and Tomoaki Honma. I thought he was a really good sport. And Andreza's Giant Panda was as well, and he ended up kind of, bowing, but ended up headbutting Toru Yano and Tomoaki Honma, so that was pretty funny. But, they were good sports about it. They were good sports about it. Alright, let's move on to our next match. Let me see. Here we go. How about a little bit of trios action? Y'all ready for some trios action? Here we go. Alright, trios match. We had TMDK in the house. TMDK made up of Zack, Sabre Jr., Robbie Eagles, and Kosei Fujita, taking on the combination of Ulka Sasaki, HAYATA, and Owada. Again, match was a little bit longer than the first one, but not by a whole lot. Maybe by a minute or two. So still under 10 minutes. So, wish it could have been longer, but it is what it is. Pretty decent match, especially like, continuing to see Ulka Sasaki and HAYATA, who's, the current GHC national champion. But TMDK was just too good, just a little too good, as Zack Sabre Jr. was able to submit Owada with kind of like a cross arm and leg breaker. He kind of had both his arm and leg like cradled together, wrenching back on it. So it looked kind of like a cross arm leg breaker. But that's Zack Sabre Jr., very innovative with his submissions. But submitted Owada, TMDK picked up the victory. So pretty nifty finish there from Zack Sabre Jr., one of the best technical wrestlers in the world. All right. Let's move on to our next match. And we got to see the ladies showcased on All Together in Sapporo. World Wonder Ring Stardom in the house. All right. We had a singles match between two ladies that know each other very well for a very long time. These two have faced each other so many times. They are definitely used to it by now. But singles match, we had Azumi of Queen's Quest taking on the unaffiliated Starlight Kid. There's really not much to say about this match, but both these ladies tore the roof off of the Hokkaido Prefectural Sports Center. And it looked like they didn't miss a step at all. I mean, hitting all their high-flying moves inside the ring, outside the ring, and utilizing high speed. I mean, we really saw pretty much everything we could see from both. High-flying, high-speed, submission attempts, many different pinfall attempts. I mean, like I said, these two know each other really well. I mean, they could face each other and pull off, great matches in their sleep. They're that good. And this was no different. And it was oh so great and entertaining that unfortunately ran out of time as this hit a time limit draw. It was only a 15-minute time limit match. But they hit the time limit draw. But hey, it was still a phenomenal match. Both these ladies looked excellent. They put on quite a show. And they even walked out of the arena together. So I thought that was pretty cool. But shout out to Azumi and Starlight Kid, who I've met. I've met both of them during their time in Philly at the Spark Joshi Trailblaze show. So yeah, they're really, really cool. And Azumi, her English has been getting better as well, her English been getting better. And, Starlight Kid was really cool to meet. And Azumi was just really chill. When we took pictures, she was like, let's do a couple of different poses. So Azumi's really cool. Starlight Kid, another fan favorite. So it was good seeing these two go at it. And yeah, not the first time, won't be the last. All right. Let's keep it on moving. Next match, we got some more tag team action for you. All right, tag team match. We had Bishamon of Hirooki Goto and YOSHI-HASHI taking on the team of Daisuke Sekimoto and Daichi Hashimoto. There's a lot of moto on that team. Good match. Of course, I was all in on Bishamon the entire time, as I normally am, because I love Bishamon. They're one of my favorite tag teams. But, good match. It did go over the 10-minute mark. I do wish it could have been longer, though. I wish it could have been longer. But it's all good. It was still a pretty solid match. But, of course, Bishamon would deliver a victory as they were able to put away Daichi Hashimoto with a Shoto, put away with a Shoto, and Goto made the cover for the 1-2-3. And Bishamon, even though they no longer have championship belts, they still continue their winning ways and show why they are one of the best tag teams in the world. So, congrats to Bishamon, Hirooki Goto, YOSHI-HASHI on the victory. All right, let's move on to the next match. Trios action. Okay, so for this match, there was a change. There was one change to the card. Unfortunately, Shota Umino wasn't able to compete at this show. So he ended up getting replaced. So this ended up being Ryohei Oiwa, Tetsuya Endo, and replacing Shota Umino was Bolton Oleg. That's right, Bolton Oleg. And all three of them took on United Empire's Jeff Cobb, Great Khan, and from DDT, Kazusada Higuchi. Pretty good match. Bolton Oleg, I thought he did a good job, especially being the replacement to Shota Umino. Thought he did a pretty good job, made himself useful. But yeah, definitely a good match. I felt like it went back and forth. And, but I thought that team number 2 was just a little stronger. And it definitely showed as it came down to it. As Jeff Cobb was able to get the victory for his team, putting away Ryohei Oiwa for the 1-2-3 after hitting him with a Tour of the Islands. So him, Great Khan, Kazusada, Higuchi pick up the victory, and they even did the crowns up pose. All three of them did together. And Kazusada Higuchi's not even part of United Empire, but he's like, you know what? I'll join. Why not? But good victory from them. Alrighty. Let's move on to our next match. And this was quite a star-filled match. More trios action. Check it out. So this time, we have the trios matchup featuring some really high-profile names. Team number 1, we had the team of Hiroshi Tanahashi, Mr. Ace President of New Japan Pro Wrestling. Naomichi Marufuji, you could say, is definitely one of the aces of Pro Wrestling Noah, especially for a long time. He's pretty much a legend in Noah. And from All Japan Pro Wrestling, Kento Miyahara, all three of them teamed up to take on just 5 guys of Sanada, Taichi, and Heat Storm Yuya Uemura. Great solid match between both of these teams. Like I said, a lot of star power in this match from both sides. Felt like it definitely went the distance, good decent time. It was over 13 minutes. And, it was back and forth. I really felt like team number 1 was going to win, though. But honestly, I was really, really shocked at the finish. As Sanada not only got the victory for just 5 guys, but he pinned Mr. Ace President Hiroshi Tanahashi. Rolled him up, got that, pretty much looked like a European clutch just about. But yeah, rolled him up, pinned him for the 1-2-3. Just 5 guys with the victory. Big win. Big win. Not the finish that I expected, but hey, I can dig it. I can definitely dig it. Good one for Sanada, Taichi, and Heat Storm Yuya Uemura. But this next match, this next match, you best believe, was my favorite match of the card. And you already know what it's going to be. You already know without me having to say a word, so let me just go ahead and switch to the graphic. Round 3. Round 3. The Stone Pitbull Tomohiro Ishii versus Masaki Tamiya. Round 3. The Stone Pitbull came into this match 2-0 against Masaki Tamiya. These two just continue to tear the house down and completely destroy each other and just really push each other to the max. And all 3 of their matches, including this one, definitely shows. And I believe this is a series to be remembered. Definitely a series to be remembered. Noah the New Year, One Night Dream 2, Altogether in Sapporo. Those are your 3. Those are your 3. Hard hitting, back and forth, trading big moves, trading big strikes, power moves, you name it. This match was loaded with them. And sure enough, after falling 0-2, Masaki Tamiya finally silences the Stone Pitbull with a big ol' Saito suplex and then pinned him for the 1-2-3. Masaki Tamiya finally, in the 3rd match, defeats the Stone Pitbull Tomohiro Ishii. 3rd time was the charm for Masaki Tamiya. And you know what? I'm happy for him. I'm very happy for him. These two big behemoths going back and forth for 3 matches. But it took match number 3 for Masaki Tamiya to finally get that win. So congratulations to him. Great series. Really great series. But I'm sure this won't be the last time that they face each other. I mean, some of the greats out there have faced each other like 6, 7, 8 times. So I wouldn't mind if these two went at it, another 3, 4 more times. I won't ever get tired of this matchup. Won't ever get tired of this matchup. Shoot, heck, bring both of them to DPW. Oh, shoot, I wouldn't mind seeing that live. Are you kidding me? This is main event worthy if you ask me. Shoot, y'all think I'm kidding? Don't play with me. All right, let's keep it moving. Next up. All right, we had a ginormous 10-man tag match. Team number 1, we had Los Ingobernables de Japón, made up of Shingo Takagi, Yota Tsuji, Hiromu Takahashi, Bushi, and Titan, taking on the good-looking guys Bullet Club War Dogs combo of Jack Morris, Anthony Green, LJ Cleary, Clark Connors, and Drilla Maloney. And this was a pretty loaded match. Very loaded match, especially on both teams. Really could have gone either way, and for a moment it looked like the GLG BC War Dogs combo looked like they were going to be the ones to get the victory, especially starting off with the big preemptive attack. It was wild. It was definitely really, really wild. But LIJ would end up having the last laugh as Yota Tsuji was able to break LJ Cleary in half with a Gene Blaster. Then pinned him for the 1-2-3. LIJ with the victory. But very enjoyable match. A loaded 10-man tag match that was actually very enjoyable. But yep, this one belonged to Los Ingobernables de Japón. Anyway, let's move on to our next match. Here we go. We had one more trios match of the card. We had the trio of All Rebellion made up of Alejandro, Keno, and Kaito Kiyomiya taking on pretty much another good-looking guy Bullet Club War Dogs combo with Gabe Kidd, David Finlay, and Ryohei. This match was a big statement match, especially when it came to Gabe Kidd. After all, Gabe Kidd and Kaito Kiyomiya were on opposing sides, and you know they have a date for the GHC Heavyweight Championship, which I'll get into once I give my review for Grand Ship. But they had this match at All Together, this trios match. Pretty good match overall. But Gabe Kidd wanted to make sure he did not leave out of this match without making a statement. And a statement was well made by Gabe Kidd, the current NJPW Strong Openweight Champion, that made such a statement on the level of hitting not one, not two, not three, but 4 drill a hole pile drivers on poor Alejandro, to the point where the match ended via referee stoppage. Not pinfall, not submission, but referee stoppage from multiple pile drivers from Gabe Kidd. So yeah, statement well sent by the challenger Gabe Kidd. Need I say more? Need I say more? And then the main event of All Together in Sapporo came down to the battle of faction leaders. We had the leader of LIJ, Tetsuya Naito, taking on the leader of GLG, Jake Lee. Okay. Definitely a very worthy main event that went the distance. This was the longest match on the card, just over 26 and a half minutes. But yeah, main event worthy. These two definitely went back and forth inside the ring, outside the ring. Definitely showed they were evenly matched. But when it all came down to it, Naito was able to do just a little bit more to seal the deal. Was able to put away Jake Lee with the Destino, pinned him for the 1-2-3. Tetsuya Naito victorious in the All Together in Sapporo main event. So, LIJ had a good night. They had a good night on the show. Good stuff, good stuff. They had a good night. But yeah, All Together in Sapporo, another great show. Definitely enjoyed it. A loaded card. And yeah, really don't have much for complaints, to be honest with you. I thought it was a good, solid show. Anyway, Before we move on to Pro Wrestling Noah Grand Ship 2024 in Yokohama, here's a quick word on the sponsor for this video, Game Beauty. Happy shopping. As you continue to enjoy content here at Blitzball Champ Gaming, be sure you take a moment to check out Game Beauty. Beauty inspired by gaming. Game Beauty brings to you video game related makeup and cosmetic products. You have products such as eyeshadow palettes, elemental pearl highlighters, eyeshadow brushes, liquid eyeliner pens by Akideris, and even non-makeup products like graphic tees. They even have special collaboration makeup kits, such as this Persona 5 Heat Wave Brush Single, Metaverse Bundle, and even a Phantom Thieves limited edition makeup collection. Also remember that Game Beauty provides international shipping of $60 or more. And if you use the promo code BlitzballChamp, all in caps, you can get 10% off of your order. So be sure to use that to your advantage. Now, back to your regularly scheduled video. Enjoy, and thank you. Alrighty. Finishing this off with Pro Wrestling Noah Grand Ship 2024 in Yokohama. This show was this past Sunday, June 16th, at the Yokohama Buntai in Yokohama, Japan. A very solid Pro Wrestling Noah show that I definitely enjoyed quite a bit. Had a good card. Only 3 championship matches, but still a really good card. So let's go ahead and jump right on in. Match number 1. All right, they decided to start us off with a triple threat 3-way match. We had my man Ninja Mac versus LJ Cleary of Good Looking Guys versus Super Crazy. Definitely quite a variety of talent in this match. All very capable of high flying and doing some damage on the ground and in the air. And this match definitely showed that. Of course, you know I'm always going to be rooting for Ninja Mac. I love me some Ninja Mac. Like I said, DPW, whenever y'all can, whenever he's available, y'all should totally book Ninja Mac for a show, or 2, or 3, however many possible. I will be there for each one. Anyway, this was a good opening match. Wasn't too long, but it was definitely a pretty good opening match. LJ Cleary ended up picking up the victory, pinning Super Crazy after hitting him with Ushigoroshi. Not the finish I expected, but hey, pretty decent finish. Of course, I was rooting for Ninja Mac as usual, but hey, you know, that's one win for GLG in the form of LJ Cleary in this 3-way match. So, pretty decent opening match. Alrighty. Next up, this one was pretty entertaining. Check this one out. Okay. We had a 10-man tag match. Team Noah versus Team Real 01. So Team Noah, represented by Go Shiozaki, leading the crew. Akitoshi Saito, Muhammad Yone, Hirooki, and Atsushi Kotoke. And they took on Real 01 squad of Chris Weiss, Takuya Sugawara, Satsuki Nagao, Yasu Kubota, and Hide Kubota. And this was a great opportunity for me to get a pretty decent sized taste of Real 01. Like I said, I was already familiar with Chris Weiss, but this was a pretty loaded match. Pretty loaded match. Didn't last as long as it could have lasted, though. That was my only thing about this match. Because, I mean, there's 10 men in this match. I just feel like with a match like this, you want to try to at least go the distance to give everybody a good amount of time to showcase. But that's just me. It could have been a lot worse. Could have been a whole lot worse. So, it is what it is. But pretty chaotic match. Just wish it would have been longer. But Chris Weiss was able to pick up the victory, pinning Hirooki after spiking him with a nice little package pile driver. So, Team Real 01 coming to Pro Wrestling Noah and picking up the victory. Very nice. Very nice. All right. Let's move on to the next match. And this was actually a lot better than I thought it was going to be. I mean, I was looking forward to this match, but this match turned out to be, exceeded my expectations. I mean, we had a nice, juicy tag team match. Masaki Tamiya teaming up with Daiki Inaba, taking on the team of Shuhei Taniguchi and Titus Alexander. This was an excellent tag match. Definitely hard-hitting, back and forth. I really love the back and forth between Titus Alexander and Daiki Inaba as well. And, of course, Masaki Tamiya is going to do his thing, as he always does. But this was a very enjoyable match. Definitely up there in one of my favorite matches of this card. But definitely enjoyable from start to finish. And it really looked like it could have gone either way, but Titus Alexander coming up strong, taking out Daiki Inaba, pinning him for the 1-2-3 after hitting him with a big ugly. Hitting him with the big ugly, pinning him for the 1-2-3. Shuhei Taniguchi and Titus Alexander with the victory. And word is that Titus Alexander is declaring himself for the N1 Victory Tournament, the upcoming N1 Victory Tournament. Hey, I think that's cool. I hope he gets in. I think that'd be a really cool tournament for him to participate in. Absolutely. So hey, I dig it. I definitely dig it. So I hope he gets his wish granted. I think that'd be cool. All right, next up, a match that I was very, very excited for. Was looking so forward to this match. Here we go. All right, trios action. Team number 1, we had Amakusa, Hajime Ohara, and Junta Miyawaki taking on the team of Shuji Kondo, Ita, and Yu Owada. Enjoyed the mess out of this match, of course, for obvious reasons. My man Amakusa returning, which this wasn't his return match or anything. I think he had one previous match, but was so happy to see him back. And just this match was very enjoyable. It was even cool for him to see that running suicide dive that he likes to do. But yeah, he looked great. didn't miss a beat or anything like that. So definitely, it was just really cool to see him. And everybody else looked pretty good as well. Pretty loaded match with the talent on here. But my man, Amakusa, was able to pick up the victory for his team, pinning Owada after nailing him with a beautiful Sky Twister press. Pinned him for the 1-2-3. All smiles with the outcome of this match. Really, really good stuff. Looking good, Amakusa. Good to have you back. All right, and this was another show that we got to see the ladies get some time to shine. We had a really, really good singles match that had a decent amount of build-up to this point, as Takumi Iroha took on the Great Sakuya. Definitely enjoyed this match. Another one of my favorites of this card. Both these ladies went at it. Definitely back and forth. And, you know, it was very enjoyable. Very entertaining. Like I said, I like the Great Sakuya. I liked how they used a version of the Great Muda's entrance theme. And just, you know, I like the gimmick. I really like the gimmick. And, you know, definitely a fan of both of these ladies, especially Takumi Iroha, which I've been a fan of her for a long time. But yeah, great solid match between both these ladies. Looked like Great Sakuya was going to go for the miss, but Takumi Iroha was able to duck in time and was able to take advantage. It was definitely back and forth. But Takumi Iroha was able to eventually nail a solid high kick and then put away the Great Sakuya with a running 3 and pinned her for the 1-2-3. Takumi Iroha, your winner. And you know what? A very nice sign of sportsmanship after the match, as she went for a handshake and Great Sakuya actually, I mean, there was a little bit of mist in her hand, but she shook her hand. She shook her hand. I was like, I did not expect that. Did not expect that at all. But nice sign of sportsmanship after the match. So I was like, oh, okay. Cool. But great match. All right. Next up, we had a pretty big statement trios match. And you'll understand why once I get into it. We had Good Looking Guys versus All Rebellion. Representing Good Looking Guys in this trios match, we had the leader Jake Lee, Ryohei, and Tadasuke, taking on All Rebellion of Keno, Alejandro, and Cristobal. This was a nice clash of factions. A very nice clash. Definitely back and forth, and haven't seen a lot of All Rebellion lately, but I definitely like the group that they have together. I think it's a pretty neat group. But good back and forth match between both of these factions, but Good Looking Guys would come out on top, as Jake Lee was able to get the victory for his team, pinning Cristobal after hitting him with a FPS. But very interesting move after the match, as Jake Lee announced that Good Looking Guys will be disbanding. And they're going to have one more powwow at Noah, looks like at Noah Destination 2024. But yeah, Good Looking Guys will be disbanding. Interesting. Very interesting. Didn't see that one coming. I mean, that is a pretty decent size faction as well. But yeah, they're disbanding. So we'll see what happens going forward once that becomes official. All right. Let's keep it going with our next match. Tag team. All right. We had the team of HAYATA and Ryohei Oiwa taking on the team of Yoshinari Ogawa and Ulka Sasaki. Pretty solid back and forth match. Of course, Yoshinari Ogawa, typically every time I see him wrestle, he's usually on the winning side. And that did not change this time around. But I was kind of surprised at the finish, though. I did not expect this finish. But Ulka Sasaki actually submitted the GHC National Champion, HAYATA. That's right. Made him tap out to an inside heel hold. Ooh, that's big. That's really big. Ulka Sasaki, Yoshinari Ogawa pick up the victory in this tag match, and Ulka Sasaki, after the match, he looks to have challenged HAYATA. He wants a shot at that GHC National Championship. He wants that red belt. He wants that red belt. So it looks like we may be seeing that at Noah Destination 2024. I mean, it'd be cool. I'd be down. Ulka Sasaki's really been making a splash since officially joining Pro Wrestling Noah. We'll see if that can lead to him getting his first championship. We shall see. Alrighty. Y'all ready for some title matches? Let's go into some title matches. Alright, first up, I'll let you know right now, this was actually my favorite match of the whole card. Favorite match of the whole card. We had the GHC Junior Heavyweight Championship on the line as the champion, Daga, took on Starboy Charlie. Oh man, this was a very action-packed, high-flying, hard-hitting match between these two junior heavyweights. Starboy Charlie has definitely been making a lot of noise since coming to Pro Wrestling Noah, just like Titus Alexander, part of the West Coast Pro Wrestling crew. And Daga has been a great junior heavyweight champion. And, these two really went at it in this match. And, it was definitely back and forth. Starboy Charlie really showing off his high-flying skills, known as the Denim Dragon. Pretty interesting nickname. But this was a phenomenal match. I enjoyed this match from start to finish. This match did not disappoint. But Daga continues to show why he is an excellent GHC Junior Heavyweight Champion, as he was able to eventually put away Starboy Charlie with the Diablo's wings, then pinned him for the 1-2-3. Daga still your champion. And then, after the match, Amakusa shows up. He wants a shot at that title, a title he once held. But it looks like Daga was, willing to accept, so at least that's good. And it looks like we may have that at Noah Destination 2024. Daga versus Amakusa. Oh, man. I can't wait for that one. That's going to be awesome. Oh, I love it. All right. Next up, about some tag team titles. Okay, for this one, we had the GHC Tag Team Championships on the line. The champs from Good Looking Guys, who have been on a roll, Jack Morris and Anthony Green, taking on the Noah combination of Naomichi Marufuji and Takashi Sugiura. oof. The champs really had their hands full with this one because definitely another challenging team to try to take their tag titles. And, this was a solid match. They were definitely tried. They were definitely pushed to their limits for sure. Because, like I said, Jack Morris and Anthony Green have been great tag champs. But Grand Ship 2024 in Yokohama was where the tour ended for Morris and Green at the hands of Marufuji and Sugera-san. As Takashi Sugera ended up putting away Anthony Green with an Olympic slam, then pinning him for the 1-2-3. Naomichi Marufuji, Takashi Sugera are your new GHC Tag Team Champions. So congratulations to them. And when I think about it, being that, good-looking guys are disbanding, I can't say that I'm too surprised that they dropped the titles. So, yeah. Not too surprising. You know what I mean? And then the main event of Grand Ship 2024 in Yokohama. And this was a big, brutal, and bloody one. Main event was for the GHC Heavyweight Championship. As the champion, Kaito Kiyomiya defended the title against the NJPW Strong Openweight Champion, attempting to become a double champion, Bullet Club War Dogs, Gabe Kidd. Whew. This was definitely a main event worthy match. And these two literally destroyed each other. Bloodied up each other, tore each other apart. I mean, they let it all out in this main event match, for sure. They let it all out. Just, whew. Yeah, they let it all out. Oh, man. But definitely did what it was supposed to. The build up to this was great. It was really, really great. Executed well. And like I said, these two just kept tearing each other apart. Just, whew. It was brutal. It was really, really brutal. Really, 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 really brutal. But when it was all said and done, the final blow was dealt by Kaito Kiyomiya, while Gabe Kidd gave an excellent effort and came extremely close. He eventually got put down by a Shining Wizard from Kaito Kiyomiya, pinned him for the 1-2-3. Kaito Kiyomiya still your GHC Heavyweight Champion. Like I said, excellent build up to this match and an excellent main event. And then, all of a sudden, Yoichi, formerly known as Yoshiki Inamura, showed up, which it looks like he returned from excursion, because I actually saw Yoichi compete at Progress Wrestling when I was in Philadelphia, where he actually won the Progress Atlas Championship. That was an incredible match. Really incredible match. And, yeah, he was able to defeat Ricky Knight Jr. Just incredible match. But he returned and confronted Kaito Kiyomiya. He wants a shot at that GHC World Heavyweight Championship. And they shook hands. And then Yoichi drops Kaito Kiyomiya with a muso. statement made by Yoichi, a returning Yoichi. So, definitely something to look forward to. Definitely something to look forward to. But, incredible show. Noah Grand Ship 2024 in Yokohama. Awesome show. Great card. Pro Wrestling Noah does it yet again. And speaking of which, they actually have already announced the card for Noah Destination 2024. Oh, shoot. Well, let me take a look at this. Yeah, let me take a look at this. Okay. So it's going to be a Bema pay-per-view. Okay, nice. July 13th. Yep, July 13th. That's on a Saturday. Let me take a look at this card. Three-way tag match. Okay, Alejandro Cristobal versus Ninja Mac Junta Miyawaki versus Hajime Ohara Super Crazy. Ooh, interesting. Okay. That's right. Manobu Soya returned as well. Manobu Soya did return. I forgot to mention that. But yeah, he's booked for this upcoming show. Trios match. The team of Shuhei, Taniguchi, Takashi Sugera, and Kazuyuki Fujita taking on Daiki Inaba, Masaki Tamiya, and Manobu Soya. Ooh. Masaki Tamiya and Manobu Soya on the same team. Get ready for some hard-hitting action there. Okay, yeah, there it is. Kaito Kiyomiya will defend the GHC Heavyweight Championship against Yoichi. Nice. Very nice. Okay. And special, very, very, very special match, as we're going to get another Pro Wrestling Noah WWE crossover, as the Noah legend, Naomichi Marufuji, will duke it out one-on-one with the phenomenal AJ Styles. That's going to be awesome. I mean, Styles, Marufuji are known worldwide. I mean, they're pretty much legends. So, that ought to be really, really good. I'm looking forward to that. Here we go. The GHC National Championship will be on the line as HAYATA will defend against Ulka Sasaki. There you go. Very nice, very nice. Ooh, I can't wait to eventually preview this. Oh, this is going to be awesome. And hey, GHC Junior Heavyweight Championship match, Daga versus Amakusa. Oh, yeah. Very nice. And, ooh, a special Lucha Libre tag match. Brothers versus brothers. So the brother team of Galeno Del Mal and Hijo del Dr. Wagner Jr. will take on the brothers of Alpha Wolf and Dragon Bane. Ooh, that ought to be very exciting. That ought to be very exciting. I'm loving this card already. Another trios match. The team of Akira, Suji Kondo, and Ita versus Yu Owada, Yoshinori Ogawa, and Ryohei Oiwa. Ooh, okay. Interesting. Interesting combination of the teams. Okay. Singles match between Keno and Yuji Nagata. Ooh, that ought to be really good. Keno and Yuji Nagata? Let's go. I like it. Okay, and we have a GLG, a Good Looking Guys final. A GLG final 6-man tag match. So it will be on one team, it'll be Jake Lee, Ryohei, and Tadasuke versus the team of Jack Morris, Anthony Green, LJ Cleary. So, Good Looking Guys are going to duke it out one last time before officially disbanding at Destination 2024. I got to tell you guys, I like this card. This is a solid card. I mean, and let's see, we got 1, 2, 3. So only 3 championship matches. Which, that's okay. I mean, 3 championship matches, that's okay. But still, this is a very loaded card. Very loaded card. This should be good. Really, really good. But yeah, I figured I'd talk about that a little bit. But yeah, that's pretty much the next big Noah show to look forward to. So, hey. Good stuff. Really good stuff. But that'll do it for this video. Don't forget to check out Game Beauty, of course, as usual. And let me know what y'all's thoughts were. What did y'all think of All Together in Sapporo and Noah Grand Ship 2024 in Yokohama? What'd you think of the matches? What'd you think of the outcomes? Let me know if you enjoyed both shows. And don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell while you're at it. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. For another Pro Wrestling Talk, brought to you by Blitzball Champ Gaming here on the U to the Tube. My name is Blitzball Champ Jason Ingram. Hope everybody has a blessed evening, and I will see y'all in the next video and or live stream. Peace. Later.